love for my women, my love for my sister, my mother, my grandmother, and every female out there. Today, I want to bring to your notice, guys, that there is something which is very bad, and it has been happening in the world for a long period of time, and yet only a few persons are actually speaking against it, and that is female genital mutilation, otherwise known as female circumcision. Female circumcision has been taking place in Africa and other parts of the world for a long period of time, and this is actually the cutting away of the clit of a woman, which is the sexual arousement, sexual feeling, arousing point in her body. Over research and interpersonal questioning that I have carried out, I've listened to various persons giving their philosophy behind this bad practice, and one of them is that female genital mutilation is actually a rite of passage for a young girl to move from being a child to an adolescent. They do this for her to move to another aspect of life, which is a bad practice which has exposed a lot of young girls to too many diseases. Medically, a lot of diseases have been out there, of which is a result of female genital mutilation. Another philosophy is that it is a right preparing a woman for marriage. The idea is that if a woman is being circumcised in marriage, she wouldn't really have time to go out and have sex with other men. She would have to stick to one man because she wouldn't have sexual feelings for other people. Thereby, she's just a tool in the hands of her husband to have sex with whenever he likes and just get her pregnant and for she to give birth to children. Another philosophy of this is that if a woman is being circumcised, she wouldn't want to be a prostitute because she wouldn't have sexual feeling and she would have no need or have any reason to want to indulge in sex. Listening to all this, you can see that all the reasons behind these three philosophies that I have listened to are all irrational. None of them is actually reasonable enough to put a human, a God's creation, a human in a position where all through her life she would have to go through post-traumatic stress disorder, she would have to go through brain drain, she would have to go through depression, she would have to go through pain, she would have to go through illnesses all through her life. None of this philosophy is enough. I'm out here to say no to female genital mutilation, and I am calling on every governmental machinery, particularly the House of Assembly, the National Assembly in Nigeria. Please, I think it is high time they come up with a national legislation criminalizing female genital mutilation. In Nigeria, we have the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, that's the BAP Act. Funny enough, this BAP Act is only applicable in the FCT. See? It's actually really funny. And in that act, it is contained that female genital mutilation is a crime. It's high time Nigeria gets a national legislation. Although other states also have established various laws governing female genital mutilation, that's criminating it. For example, in Rivers State, we have the Child Rights Act, and in some other states, we have the Female Prohibition of Female Genital Mutilation Act, and all others. But I think this is the right time for the National Assembly to make a national legislation criminalizing female genital mutilation. I call on every human that's actually a human, every person who is actually a human, who understands what it means to be a human, to join this campaign against female genital mutilation. If you have a daughter out there, imagine if your daughter is to go through that evil blade. Just imagine. If you're a woman out there, imagine what you go through if that blade was to pass through you. If it's not going to be an interesting one, join this campaign. If you are to see this video anywhere, it is an opportunity for you to save a life. If you are in a community where you know very well that in secret this practice is taking place, come on, go to the security personnel, go to the government administration, the form of the police out there in that community. Anybody that you think, that you know, that you have seen engaged in that practice, any family, my dear, please arrest them. If you cannot arrest them, just report them to the police. At least try to put the security in motion. Let them know of this practice, because it is actually a crime and it is evil, it is wickedness. I call upon United Nations also, in the next United Nations General Assembly, I appeal that female genital mutilation should be a topic that is brought to the table once more. Already there is an article against that. However, it should be in the form of remembrance in the next General Assembly